Hey everybody. Tonight we're going to review the order of operations. We're going to just take a quick look at 4 examples of how to simplify expressions using PEMDAS, the order of operations. In our first example here, we have 3 times -5 minus 42 divided by -6. So we've got to use our order of operations here. So let's check our parentheses first. Now notice in this first set of parentheses there's actually no operations to do. So there's nothing to do there. And over here this is the same way, nothing to do right here. So then we can go down our list, exponents. I don't see any exponents, but I do see multiplication and division. I have multiplication over here and I have division over here. And remember, we go left to right. So I'm going to start with the left one first. 3 times -5 is going to give me -15 minus 42 divided by -6. Now I'm going to show each and every step as we go because I don't want to make any mistakes. Now I have -15 and I have 42 divided by -6. Now 42 is positive, and if I divide by -6, which is negative, that's going to give me -7. So I have -15 minus -7. Now I have a subtraction problem here. Remember, we always want to change that to addition. And if I change that minus to addition, got to change that -7 to a +7. Now -15 plus 7, my signs are different. I have a negative and I have a positive. So I'm going to have to subtract my two numbers. I'm going to have to do 15 minus 7 because there's going to be canceling, and that's going to give me 8. And because -15 has the greater absolute value, I have more negatives. My answer is -8. That's my final answer for our first example. Our second example, here we have parentheses again, but once again there's nothing to do inside of them, so we've got to go down to exponents, and I do have an exponent right here. -2 to the second power, that means -2 times -2. Remember, negative times a negative when we're multiplying is going to be a positive. So that's going to give me 25 minus 12 times 4. -2 times -2 is 4. 12 times 4 is 48. That's the multiplication step. Now that comes before subtraction. You've got to be careful. Always do the order of operations in the correct order. Minus 48. Now here we have a case 25 minus 48. I don't know what that is off the top of my head, so I'm going to rewrite this as an addition problem. 25 plus -48. And now I can see that I have different signs on my two numbers. I'm going to need to do 48 minus 25 to get my answer. That's going to give me 13. So I have 13, and my answer is going to be negative because my negative is bigger than my positive. I have more negatives than positives. So we're going to have -13 for our second example. Alright, 2 more quick examples here. Well, these might not be so quick. These actually look a little tough, but we take the order of operations. If we go in order, we'll be fine. I'm going to start with my numerator here in our first example. And first thing I'm going to have to do is what's in the parentheses. Now here I actually have something I have to do. -6 plus 3. And remember, these have different signs. So once again, we're going to subtract. So we're going to have 24 minus, now 6 minus 3 is 3. But because my 6 is negative, it's going to be -3. Over, now I can do the parentheses step in my denominator as well, as long as I keep my numerator and denominator separate until the very end. -9 plus 2 is going to give me -7. Different signs again. -7 is what that says. Now, I'm going to go down my list. I have exponents. I don't have any of those. Multiplication and division. I do have division to do in the denominator. I'm going to leave my numerator alone for right now. Except, you know what, I'm going to change that. It says minus -3. I'm going to rewrite that as +3. Now, in my denominator, I can actually do 63 divided by -7. I know 63 divided by 7 is 9, but a positive divided by negative is a negative. Now in my numerator, I'm going to get 27. Now I'm going to do the addition. And we get 27 over negative 9. Now this is division here. That's what the fraction bar means. 27 divided by 9 is 3, and my answer is going to be negative. Second example, our last one here. I'm going to go through the steps. Now I have parentheses to do in my denominator. I'm going to rewrite my numerator because I'm going to play it safe. We'll do one step at a time. Now I have negative 2 times 2 in my left set of parentheses. That's negative 4. And in my right set I have 2 minus 7. Now I can rewrite 2 minus 7 here as 2 plus negative 7. 2 plus negative 7. Those have different signs. There's going to be some cancellation. I'm going to get negative 5. 7 minus 2 is 5, and it's got to be negative. Now after we do the parentheses, my next step is going to be exponents. Now I have one exponent in the numerator. That's 4 to the third power. That means 4 times 4 times 4. So I'm going to have to do 4 times 4 is 16. I'm going to have to do 16 times 4. 4 times 6 is 24. Carry the 2, 1 times 4. That's 64, 4 to the third power. So that becomes 2 plus 64 divided by 8 over negative 4 times negative 5. Now I have multiplication and division. I can do my division step in the numerator. 2 plus, now 64 divided by 8. 64 divided by 8 gives me 8. And now in my denominator, I'm going to do multiplication. Negative 4 times negative 5 is 20. So now I have 2 plus 8. I got to do addition. That's going to give me 10. Nothing we can do with the 20. And 10 over 20, 10 divided by 20, I can't do that, but I can simplify. I can divide both of these by 10. And I'm going to get 1/2 as my final answer. Alright, that's it for tonight. Make sure you finish your notes, do your questions and your summary, submit it through Canvas, and I will see you guys tomorrow.